6:47, breaking news here in your Sunrise Smart Start this morning. New details just in from RPD on the man shot and killed overnight at a high-rise apartment building on Van Auker Street in Rochester. Jatira Marsh joins us live from the PSB with those details. Jatira.
Brennan, we've been waiting patiently throughout the morning for an update on what happened from the Major Crimes Unit, and moments ago we finally received one. At about 12:30 a.m., officers were called to the high-rise apartment complex at 150 Van Auker Street for the report of a person shot in the hallway on the 9th floor. Officers arrived on scene and found a 22-year-old man in the hallway suffering from at least one gunshot wound. He was rushed to URMC and pronounced dead shortly after. Investigators and technicians are still processing the scene on Van Auker Street and are expected to remain there for several hours. Now, there's still no word on any suspects in this investigation. The Major Crimes Unit is conducting the investigation and asking anyone with information to call 911. Live at RPD, I'm Jatira Marsh. Brennan, back to you.
Jatira, thank you. More breaking news from overnight. A fire in Rochester on Bay Street. That scene just after 12:30 a.m. You see all the damage, mainly to the front and side of the house. Our crew also witnessed at least 6 people outside there in the cold, including one child. We're still working to get an update on this fire from investigators, and we'll keep you updated here. News 8 throughout the morning and on RochesterFirst.com. No school today for some students in Webster after a fire in their building. And authorities say a piece of shop equipment caused the fire at the classroom Thursday at Webster Schrader High. The school was evacuated mainly because of all the smoke that filled the hallways, and you see where this happened. They had the rest of the day off, sent home yesterday. No one was hurt. Still have some cleanup to do there, and with the smell, the district says the students will not be at school today. They've got a long weekend. The Aquatic Center also closed. 4 teens are facing charges following a string of car break-ins in East Rochester. Deputies tell us they found a stolen Chrysler abandoned around 2 yesterday morning. 2 hours later, officers responded to West Commercial Street for reports of people breaking into cars. 2 17-year-olds and 2 15-year-olds were arrested. Authorities also believe they were responsible for the stolen Chrysler, and for all this, they're charged with criminal possession of stolen property. A 15-year veteran of the Rochester Fire Department is suing RFD, the city, and a former captain, all in connection to the mock Juneteenth party we've covered from last year. Jared Jones, in the suit, claims the department has a history of discrimination, a hostile work environment, and says he has fears of retaliation after speaking out about what happened at the party. He adds he also saw unequal treatment of black neighborhoods and citizens, saying in one case he was ordered to use the jaws of life to destroy a black woman's car in what was just a minor fender bender. Jones' lawyer tells News 8 the lawsuit comes from a sense of reverence Jones feels for the city and the institution.
He loves the Rochester Fire Department. Even though he's gone through so much and he feels it's flawed, he has lost a lot, a sense of community, a sense of identity. He, however, loves Rochester, and he loves many of the people he served with. And he wants it to be different for the next Jared Jones, the next person who comes forward and says, hey, there's a real problem here. We need to change. He wants there to be a willingness to accept that there's a problem and a willingness to change.
Jones in this case is seeking $5 million in damages. City officials yesterday told News 8 as of, again, Thursday, they have not been served, so they have no comment. We also reached out to the fire department. No response there either. With New York State announcing efforts underway to repeal the vaccine mandate for all healthcare workers, local hospital systems are responding with what they'll do. URMC says it's still in the process of updating policy for staff to be in line with public health guidance. At RRH, it says it's waiting for more information before making any changes. The emergency order at issue here in Monroe County states no hotel or shelter can contract with any party to provide emergency shelter to offer housing for more than 10 people without first submitting a plan to the county's Department of Human Services. Republican candidate for County Executive Mark Cassini is concerned public safety is at risk because the emergency order, he says, doesn't go far enough. At the Legal Aid Society of Rochester, members there believe there are still other ways asylum seekers can be helped.
We have to put in place a screening process to identify dangerous individuals, and if they're determined to be dangerous, deny entry into our community, period.
Immigrants are an investment in our community and in our country. We have people willing to work honest people that want to make an honest living, and I think we should be able to, assist them so that they can be productive citizens.
This emergency order will run through Sunday unless it is extended over the next 2 days. Sunrise traffic here, 6:53. We are keeping an eye on that accident in Greece, Ladder Road, Mount Reed Boulevard. That was reported about 30 minutes ago, still popping up there. Main expressways, 490, 390, 590, those are looking okay. The busiest time to be on them will be around 3 to 6, of course. Everyone headed out for the holiday weekend. And you will get a bit of a break because all construction-related lane closures on state roads, those will be paused for the holiday weekend. The idea, of course, to help ease traffic. We don't need one-lane areas getting by with thousands and thousands driving. That will begin this morning and will end Tuesday. Crews will be back at it. A reminder, Rochester City Hall, other administrative buildings, they are closed for Memorial Day. That includes public libraries Monday, neighborhood service centers, and R centers. Additionally, refuse and recycling teams, those pickups will be delayed until Tuesday. Just a reminder, police are going to be out cracking down on drunk drivers for Memorial Day weekend, so please get a DD or ride share. Over the next 4 days, RPD is stepping up patrols out on the street to make sure no one gets behind the wheel while under the influence. We heard from Lieutenant Greg Bello, who says they are ready, but they will also need the public's help when necessary.
If disputes start popping up, if issues start popping up, to call us so we can try to get ahead of those, or if you're noticing a violent party in your neighborhood, call us so we can get ahead of those.
Let's make it a safe weekend. Bello says they'll also be out focused on dirt bikes and ATVs on city streets. So again, we hope everyone is okay for the next couple of days, has a good time, and of course remembering the meaning of the holiday. Yep. All those we've lost in the line of duty serving in the armed forces. All right, 6:55, cool out here for the bus stop, James.
Yeah, man, it is so hard to pay attention in school on a day like today.
Yeah, when you look out and all the sunshine, the kids are ready, maybe got a vacation coming up. Yeah.
Right, a third of the class is out because they already started the vacation.
Yeah.
Right, I get that. We've all been there. Sunshine rules throughout the afternoon, numbers climbing into the 60s. It is cold no matter where you are going. We still have that frost advisory in effect for the southern part of the state, and then including the Adirondacks as well. 8-day forecast here. We climb out of those cold overnight lows tomorrow, starting off in the 40s, finishing in the 70s. I think Sunday is really the day when we say, okay, it's warm out there. Memorial Day getting to 80, and we've got lots of 80s to talk about next week.
All right, thank you, James, and thank you for watching us at Sunrise. Have a great and safe holiday weekend, everybody.
News 8 wherever you are, on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.